Alright, what's up guys? So let me say something that might make you feel a bit uncomfortable. If it takes you like longer than a week to vibe code your app, legitimately software develop your app, you've already lost. Not to a big company, not to your competitors. You've lost to yourself and you've lost to fear. A lot of people don't ship their apps fast enough because they're fearful of the unknown, which is the next step, which is marketing, which is the product potentially not working. So they stay in this loop of adding features, waiting 3 months to ship an app, perhaps even pivoting and not even validating the app into a different app. And it's an infinite loop that software developers and vibe coders stay in, and they never hit 10K MRR. Because guys, in 2025, especially with Cursor and AI writing half of your app, there's no reason to still be building your app by day 8. And this is a new reality, which nobody sets the standard. But if you think about it, building SaaS is like cooking. Most of you are still trying to grow your own vegetables, grind your own flour, cook everything from scratch over a fire pit. Meanwhile, someone else pressed 2 minutes on the microwave, pulled out a hot meal, and is already eating. That's the gap. That's why you're broke. You're not slow because coding is hard. Arguably, we have AI now. You're slow because you're addicted to vibe coding and validation instead of something real. And a lot of you guys sit down, you dream of your SaaS idea, and you're like, okay, this is the one. This is gonna get me to at least paying for rent, whatever it may be, or for me to quit my job. But instead of solving a problem in the simplest way, you get lost in the weeds. And the weeds are, you spend a week debating whether to use Tailwind or plain CSS. You guys waste a day customizing your folder structure. You guys waste a day analyzing the template that you're using. You guys tweak animations nobody asked for. And you guys call this building a business. It's procrastination dressed up as productivity. It's like training for a boxing match for 6 months or training for a Smash tournament for 6 months and then not even competing in the tournament or match. You guys can be in training mode or shadow box all day, but eventually you guys have to take a plunge. You guys have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Sometimes the only way to your destination is through. And I get it because I've been in that situation before. Perfectionism feels safe. Building, especially if you're a software developer or a new vibe coder, it feels safe. But launching means the market might say, nah, I don't want this, and that terrifies you guys. So you keep vibe coding, you keep tweaking, you keep hiding, and nothing gets shipped. And by the way, guys, I offer one-to-one mentoring in the description below. Whether it's your first customer or you're already at 3K per month and just want to hit 10K per month, doesn't matter the phase you're in because I walk the same path that you're in right now, all the way to listing my SaaS for sale to private equity. So this is only for the serious people who want to speed up their growth. Let's get back into the video. And I want this video to be a bit of motivation for you guys if you have not shipped or if you have a great idea right now, but it's not totally shipped. You haven't jumped into marketing right now. But on the bright side, there is an opportunity that you guys are in. You guys are in the right direction, which is SaaS. Let me flip the script. We're living in the single greatest time to be a solo developer. Why? Because as you guys know with Cursor, AI is your cheat code. Cursor will literally write a template for you, which you can copy and paste into many different apps. It does the routing, it does the API calls. What literally used to take you 3 weeks now can take you a weekend of vibe coding. So that means, guys, and let me comment down below if I'm over exaggerating, but from my experience, something that would take 2 engineers, 2 or 3 software developers can now take 1 single junior developer or a guy vibe coding. By the way, I don't know how to vibe code. I would say I'm just a marketer who have pumped out these apps before. You could literally create your app and finish it in a weekend or a week. But unfortunately, guys, this opportunity will not last forever. You know, we look at e-commerce and drop shipping in 2017. We look at real estate when Airbnb first came out. You guys need to hop on opportunities instead of hyper analyzing everything and procrastinating. So if you guys could take one thing away from this video right now, the opportunity is speed. AI is out. Software is already a high leverage business opportunity. There are people our age competing against you, but are shipping out apps faster. The real leverage is speed, guys. In 2 to 3 years, this opportunity will be gone. Shipping out apps will be the norm. You'll be ranking lower on the App Store, ranking lower on Google. There will be a SaaS app for every single vertical imaginable. The window of unfair advantage will close. Just naming some things off, it's like TikTok in 2019. The kids posting videos every single day and shipping fast have millions of followers today. The ones who waited for the perfect content strategy or the perfect course to take or the perfect influencer to listen to, they missed the wave. They're still trying to play catch up. Again, stop procrastinating and just execute and perform. So in our circumstance, the developers who ship fast will get the customers tomorrow. The people who executed fast on Cal AI, they took a majority of market share. And now everybody, I'll say the quote unquote normies, saw Cal AI, saw it was already validated, and they're like, okay, let's jump on the wave. So let's go through a quick exercise size, okay? There's two coders, coder A and coder B. Coder A spends 3 months building their perfect SaaS. They polish every button, they make sure every error message is aligned, and by day 90, so month 3, they launch and no one buys. Coder B spends 7 days. The app is clunky, the UI looks like Craigslist, but it works. They launch, and on day 10, they've got 3 paying customers. And by week 4, they've iterated based on feedback, and now the product is 10 times better versus coder A, who spent 90 days on their launch. So I want to ask you guys, who wins in this situation? The one who launched ugly and fast? Yes, every single time. So I'll give you a quick blueprint for you guys. I call it the 7-day SaaS rule. It's a challenge for you guys. So day 1 to 2, validate the problem. Write it down in 1 sentence, not a paragraph. Example would be freelancers need a faster way to send invoices. Day 3 to 4, vibe code the MVP in Cursor. Forget polish. It should look like a student project, but it needs to work. And day 5, hook up the payments. So it could be Stripe, Lemon Squeezy, Paddle, doesn't matter. If you're building off the iPhone, obviously you have the iOS app payment system. Just make sure there's a button someone can click to give you money. And I want to pause right here. You don't need to design your app from scratch. There are templates out there, which is what I use, where you can simply just copy and paste the template, use AI to build on top of that, change the text and whatever, and all the design is there. So shipping in 7 days and your product being ugly, that's not necessarily reality. So day 6, guys, I want you to ship it, put it live, even if your landing page looks like Craigslist. And day 7, that's where you announce it, drop it on Reddit, drop it on Product Hunt, drop it on Twitter, DM 25 people per day, open up an Instagram account, start posting reels about it, start posting TikToks about it. If it's on the App Store, you'll get a small boost on the App Store and you'll get customers automatically. And then for you guys, I want week 2 to be dedicated towards customers, which this is what I would say is my expertise, marketing. So if you guys want the expertise on this, I have it in the description for mentorship, but that's it. And I want you guys to think about it like skateboarding. Week 1 is learning how to stand on the board and roll. Week 2 is riding down the street. You don't need to land tricks. You just need to stay balanced and get moving. And guys, if we parallel basically my thesis of this video to the real world, we see it in different other startups. So let's think of Notion. Notion's first version, guys, was clunky. Discord's first version was ugly. Stripe's early dashboard looked like a high school project, but they launched. They got real users. They got real feedback. Because of that, they got real cash. And that feedback is what made them great. Meanwhile, I've met devs who've been vibe coding the same side project for 3 years. Beautiful code, bugless, gorgeous UI, but 0 users. And I hop on calls with developers that I try to help, and that's what they say. So don't be scared to hop on a call with me and say, hey, I've been building this product, but I have no customers. I've just been perfecting the product. I'll be like, bro, it's fine. This is the strategy to market your app to get customers. So the question for you guys is, which group do you want to be in? And again, speed beats talent. Speed beats polish, and speed, especially in the early days, beats everything. I always say this analogy, Amazon. The reason Amazon was successful in the beginning, one of the reasons, is because in the late 90s, it was very easy to rank on Google. So a lot of Amazon's products ranked high on the first page of Google. That attracted a lot of users. It's because Amazon realized the season of their business is speed. So who's to say they would have been in the same position if they didn't ship with speed? So it's a timeless principle. Even in the late 90s, there were businesses doing that. This is my closer and challenge and my call to action for you guys. If you cannot ship in 7 days, you're not building a SaaS, you're building a comfort blanket. Stop vibe coding castles nobody will live in. Stop shadowboxing instead of stepping into the ring. The business model is simple, guys. Week 1, launch with AI. Week 2, get customers with marketing. That's it. So the question is, are you going to keep vibe coding for validation, or are you going to ship, get paid, and build something real? That's it for today's video, guys. I do have mentorship in the description. Leave a comment if you have any questions. That's it. Have a good one, guys.